afternoon. I hope some of you are on, but you know, I don't just go and wait for people to show. We're just gonna start right on in here. So I'm making a deli spread for a friend, and I thought I'd share some of my recipes that I make because I used to run a soda shop here in town, and we had chicken salad, homemade pimento salad. I did a pasta salad, and people love them, but they're so simple, but nobody knew that. So the first thing I've got water going over here in our big new multi-pot. And I'm going to pour the pasta right in here in our basket here and put that on there and let that start boiling. And we'll just keep an eye on that while we make the other things. So I hear tell that pimento cheese is kind of a southern dish, and I did not know that. I thought everybody ate pimento cheese. And I think more people do now than they used to. But the first thing I've done is grate up 2 pounds of sharp cheddar cheese. Now, I'm really particular about the ingredients that I put in our food. And I want to show you something funny. If I handed you this cleaning rag and said, here, grate this up and let's put it in the salad, you would kind of think I'm nuts, right? Did you know the ingredients to make that rag is cellulose and cotton? Now let that sink in just a minute and then go grab that bag of shredded cheese and read the ingredients. One of the ingredients is cellulose. So this is cheese. So I've grated my cheese up, and if you don't have a good grater, you really need one in your home. And this is our microplane adjustable grater. And see the handle? It looks like you're pushing a button, but really you're moving the handle. See how it moves? So when you move it, you can put it across a bowl. I do mine this way because it's just what's comfortable for me. So any way you want to do it. So we've got our cheese all grated up there. And I've already taken, I had three of those little tiny jars of pimentos, and one of them I accidentally got the slice instead of the dice. So I just took my kitchen shears and gave them a little chop, 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 so that I could use them. And I'm just going to put those down in there. Now to this, we're going to add some seasonings, which I start with our 3 onion rub. And I love this, so I put a lot of it through it. Now the next thing I normally use is our peppercorn and garlic, but I'm out of that, so we're going to use some granulated garlic that I just went and bought and don't know where I set it. Oh, there it is. I do like the granulated rather than the powder. Don't know why, but I do. So I'm going to put a little bit of granulated garlic in here. I do not measure. I go across the surface. So that's just how I do it. And then, whoop, that one might have a little bit much in it. And then I'll taste it. I think I might take some of that out. Yeah, we'll mix it up. We got a lot here. And then to this, we add salt and pepper. So we're just going to put some salt and pepper across here. That's going to be a taste thing, however you like it. Hi, Lita, how are you? So I'm making a deli spread today, and I've got pimento cheese going. Everybody makes theirs different, but mine's pretty simple. So I get that all the seasonings mixed through the cheese first. And then all I have to do is add mayonnaise. One thing, you guys probably are better than this, but I'll buy a jar of mayonnaise and then realize I have 2 more open. So we're going to clean out the jars first with a scraper. And this bowl I'm using is part of our 3-piece stainless mixing bowl set. What I really like about these bowls is, first of all, they do all come with a lid, but the bottom has a silicone surface so that it doesn't slide around so much while you're trying to mix. We've got our pasta going over here. So we're going to use up this mayonnaise before we open the new jar. And then you just mix that all together. Now, we like this just with crackers or chips, but you can make sandwiches, of course. So that's our first deli spread that we'll have made, is our pimento cheese. And then we're going to make chicken salad and pasta salad. Our pasta's cooking over here in the multi-pot. And if I can get the phone over there close enough, I want to show y'all something really cool about this pan. So hold on, we'll go for a ride. Here we go. Alright. So if it doesn't steam up too much, can you see the water coming back through those holes? So instead of having your pasta boil over, it just boils back into the pot. So you're not boiling it dry and you're not having a mess on your stove because the water's coming back in there. So that's the feature of that that's really cool. Plus that can also be a steamer, a strainer. I better get another spoon for stirring that pasta. Grab this. Need to keep it stirred up pretty good. So we're going to add, this needs just a little bit more mayonnaise. Now what I do is I put the mayonnaise that I think it needs today. And then these keep really well in the refrigerator. So tomorrow, if it seems a little dry, just add a little mayonnaise or even put mayonnaise on your bread. So that's all there is to making homemade pimento cheese. And it's one of those things that it's almost right up there with comfort food. So our pimento cheese is made, so we'll move it out of the way and start on our chicken salad. Now one thing I do with chicken salad, you may use like fresh, chicken breast, but I use canned chicken. And the reason I do that is because when I'm cooking a lot of different things, it's just one less step that I have to do. So I just drain my chicken real good. I do use part of the 3-piece stainless mesh strainers. And then I just put on some gloves and I just mash all that chicken right up. You can use a tool if you want, but if you're making as much as I do, adding chopped jalapeno. I have a recipe, sometimes I add the jalapeno, but since this is for someone other than me, I'm just making it kind of plain, because I don't know what they might like and might not. So once your chicken is all chopped up like that, then I can just take these off and I still have clean hands. Now this is one of those that has very, very simple ingredients. So what I do is I take 1 rib of celery per can of chicken, and I have 4 cans in here. So this is 5. I'm going to save that one little bit to go in our pasta salad. So I just used the food chopper, the one that's been around forever, and I just chopped up. Oh, that's for the pasta. Let me get a different spoon. Let me grab one more. Oh, I have it right here. So then I add the celery to this, and then what I add is dill relish. And the way I measure the relish is I just leave my celery on top where I can see it, and I put about as much relish as there is celery. And so I just kind of measure it like that so I can see what's going in there. And then to this, we're going to add some more 3 onion rub because it has such a good flavor. A little bit of the onion rub. And then I just put salt and pepper. Now this is really, really simple recipe. And you might like one that's got grapes or pecans or, you know, something a little more festive. But we're making basic stuff here that maybe everybody can eat. Let me check our pasta. We're just about done there. Alright, turn that burner off. I'm going to go ahead and put this over to cool, and then I'll come back. And I should probably wear gloves. We'll finish building the chicken salad, and then we're going to finish building the pasta salad. And then all I'll have left to do is cut up veggies. And so now I've got my pasta ready here, and I don't have to pour it out with that hot water. Go to the sink and let it start getting cooled off. So while that's cooling under that water, we'll go ahead and finish making our chicken salad. Now, like I said, I like to make this with lots of different things. You know, kind of switch it up and put things like grapes in it. Sometimes I like to put apples and pecans in it. But, again, I'm making it for somebody else, so we're going basic. I don't know how much mayonnaise I put. I put mayonnaise, I stir it up, and then I decide if it needs more. So once you have it, the consistency you would want to put on a sandwich or just on a plate with some chips or crackers, that's when you know you have enough mayonnaise. Now, this recipe, like I said, it's just something I kind of made up and have run with all these years. But when I was running the soda shop, this is the basic recipe we did all the time. We had several people that would drive to have this chicken salad because we did like a salad plate. So our chicken salad's made. So now all we have left is our pasta salad. Now I did get a jump on things here. I've got bell pepper and broccoli all cut up. I'm cooling off our pasta. Alright, to this I like to add a cucumber, which I have right here. And where did I put my peeler? Oh, here it is. So I like to peel mine because sometimes the peeling can kind of be bitter. And our veggie peeler, it works for left or right hand people. So you can come down either direction. This one I'm using is about 4 years old. So they do last a long time. Alright. So we can take that off there. And then we'll put our cucumber. And we're just going to take a knife and cut that cucumber up. So I could use my quick slice here, or I can use a knife. I'm just going to use a knife right now, just because it's what I have out. And I'm hurrying today, because I want to get this done in time to take it out and share. Because you know how we are here in the South. We like to feed people. Now, I had some pimento cheese from, it was from a store. And they used a smoked Gouda cheese. And I don't remember if it had the jalapenos in it, but oh my, it was good. I'm just going to have to try that on a day I'm feeling brave. So we're going to put this in here. So my pasta salad has a lot of veggies in it. You don't have to do that. This is just what I like to do. Sometimes I put deli turkey in it. We're going to put pepperoni in it today. Alright, so let's put some pepperoni. Oh look, that one actually opened where it was supposed to. Normally I wind up cutting the bags because I can't ever get them open the right way. Oh shoot, I'm just going to cut it. There we go. So with the pepperonis, I just separate them out so they're not all stuck together. Now, I don't put a lot of seasonings in this because I use Kraft sun-dried tomato dressing, and it adds all the seasoning I need. Now, I used to make this when I was catering in the natural gas. I had a catering business where I would go out to the well sites, and I loved that because I love seeing those guys come up there smiling and happy and bless their hearts. Sometimes they had so much sand and dirt on them from working that all you could see was their smile, but they loved home cooking. So this was one of the things I would take, and it never failed. If it was a new supervisor, they would send someone out to see if I would share the recipe. You can't get much simpler than this. So here's our dressing. So you just take your dressing that you buy at the store. The ones I can't open. There we go. And shake it up real good, of course. It's got the oil and it separates. Then I just pour this on here and I stir it up. Then I add the cool pasta, which is over there still cooling a little bit, and it's ready. I'm telling you, I really like this new pan set with the strainer included. I like watching it boil and watching it come back through like a fountain. I'm a very simple person, and I'm a kitchen nerd. I love kitchen tools. I couldn't have asked for a more fun job than to do this. Now, did you notice the bowl I'm using, by the way? This is stoneware, but it's the new glazed stoneware, so you don't have to season it. And it can be used in the oven, the microwave. You can put salads in it, put it in the fridge, have a very pretty presentation, which is something I really like to have as the presentation. When we first got married, now remember, I used to cook at restaurants, and I've done catering for other people, and I've done fancy catering. Not a lot, because that wore me out. And then I catered in the well sites. And I had this, I just couldn't do anything plain. So we made sandwiches one night, and I handed my husband a plate with a sandwich. He said, "You just can't make a plain sandwich, can you?" I said, "Well, why? Why should I? Let's make it pretty, because you eat with your eyes before you eat with your taste buds." So there's our pasta salad. We got that done pretty darn fast. Now, I did have some prep work done, of course. So we've got pasta salad, we've got chicken salad, and homemade pimento cheese, and that just took minutes. But isn't that just so much tastier than going to the store, and a little more personal because you put your heart into it, you put a little love in there. You know, that's the main ingredient in everything we cook. It's a little bit of love. It's what makes it taste better. It may not taste better, but it feels better. Okay, so that's it for today. But I have a recipe coming up. Let me see if I have it over here. It's called Tuscan butter salmon. Now I'm gonna make that It's probably going to be maybe Thursday night. But it is going to be made with chicken instead of salmon, because that's what I have on hand. But my husband, he'll try it anyway. So y'all have a great night. Thank you for popping in. Bye.